For most parts, you know, of the year, the one where people really focus on resolutions when it starts, the excitement, the buzz, is January. You find people saying, I want to lose weight, I want to start going to the gym, you know, read more books. But resolutions are made to yourself personally. And, but the game changer is the goal setting, which makes you more accountable. And, you know, there's no point in setting goals without writing them down. Then also there should be timelines, the dates when you want to achieve those goals. So that's why, for me personally, I used to have a lot of ambitious resolutions, you know. And I found that, you know, it was almost like, you know, deceit, you know. The same year in, year out, nothing is happening. And I became wiser, and I had to get, you know, people around me to be accountable to, one or two people that would take me up on those things that I've said. And the more I began to write them down, and I became more accountable, I began to see results. So I would want to say that for goals and resolutions, they work hand in hand. But what will make your resolution work is for you to, you know, turn it to goals that, you know, you can actually begin to see the results as you move along.
You want to give us an example of a resolution and the goals that can go with that?
Okay, for example, you want to lose 10 kilograms, you know, then you have to, your lifestyle, what you eat, also in terms of exercise, all right? Then also you must belong to a gym, or you must have a trainer, a personal trainer. And so if and what time, these things have to be clearly spelled out, okay? But if you say, okay, I want to lose 10 kilograms, and you still have the same eating habits, you eat a lot of, you know, carbohydrates, you still take a lot, you eat at night, and so on, and you don't even have any daily regimen in terms of exercise, you find that those resolutions will just remain resolutions. You know, for example, you made the resolution in January. By September, it will still be a resolution. But if you have it written down and you keep to the timelines, you begin to find that results are there for everyone to see, okay? So there has to be, the goal setting is what makes the resolution effective, as opposed to just, you know, saying it. I mean, for example, there are some people that might have said, oh, January 1st, I'm going to do this. Now we're already in February. And so for anyone that has missed out, and you find that you find out that you're struggling, you don't need to condemn yourself or beat yourself. What will make the resolutions effective is for you to have them written down, and also in terms of getting someone that would put you on the spot, make you accountable.
Okay,
yes.
Getting someone to put you on the spot.
Yeah.
Fajala, let's go back again to those goals.
Okay.
So he's talked about the changing certain things and measuring. How do you begin to set the goals that will go with that resolution? Case in point, a friend just sent me a message here. It says, okay, at the beginning, towards the end of the year, he was taking stock of his life and discovered that last year he had said he would read more books. And so he discovered he didn't. So in this year, he says, this year I decided I'm going to read more books. So I realized that I do more audiobooks. So I decided to get an audiobook app. But it's been 1 month down the line and I have not finished any book. What do I do? So how do you set the goals that will go with the resolutions?
Okay, so, you know, this is basically some of the things I teach in my goal setting masterclass that I do. I did last year and I did that. You know, fundamental to any resolution or setting of goals is first you've got to ask yourself why. Why? What's the why? What's the why behind the resolution? What's the why behind the goal? If you can't figure out the why, chances are that at some point in time, you're going to abandon the resolution or abandon the goals. There's no connection to an inner why. And that's why a lot of people struggle with goal setting and goal achieving. Because there's a difference between goal setting and goal achieving, right? Goal setting is an intellectual process. You use your imagination. You want to challenge yourself, like Goke said earlier on that I used to set ambitious resolutions. I used to have ambitions. So there's nothing wrong with that. But why? Why the resolution? Why do you want to live a healthier lifestyle? Why do you want to go to that school? Why do you want, what is the why? You've got to find out the why. And that why starts with first understanding your purpose. And I tell people, I said, if you have an iPhone, I mean, Apple had a why for the iPhone. Now, if you're going to purchase the iPhone, you've got to know the why and what it will do for you to make that investment, right? But if you don't, then it's not going to be of any use to you. So the reason why goals most times miscarry is because there is no understanding of the why. What's the purpose? What's the vision? Where are you headed generally with your life? And once you have clarity around your purpose and your vision, then goals are then things that become aligned to take you on that journey, help you on that journey. I remember that Napoleon Hill says, a goal is a dream with a timeline. So you then have those goals as milestones on the journey. But if there's no vision, you will set the goals. And that's why a lot of people set goals, and the goals are never achieved. A lot of people make resolutions. The resolutions never happen because they haven't understood the why. So it starts with understanding the why.
Okay. Let's set goals. First step. What should be first step? Understand the why.
Okay.
Next step.
Specific.
Break it down.
In terms of.
We're using one example.
Yes.
We're using the healthier lifestyle.
Healthier lifestyle.
So we've understood the why.
Okay.
We want to be healthier.
Okay. So that's specific. Then you must be able to measure it in terms of, okay, I want to be healthy. I mean, is it to be, to lose 20 kilograms or 10 kilograms? Because if you say you want to be healthier, then, the 20 kilograms, does that really mean that, if you lose 20 kilograms for you, does it really mean you're fit? Some people might be trekking, but, walking, but it might not really, so it must be deliberate, So those parameters must be there, okay? And so that you can measure it, okay, on a daily basis or even a monthly basis and see where you're going. And after being, but it's also, there's some goals that are, not unrealistic, and that's where resolutions come in, You say, okay, I want to read 20 books in a week. If you have a day job, a 9 to 5, and by the time you get home, probably it's about 8 o'clock at night, and you still want to read 20 books, how would you be able to achieve that? So it has to be realistic, the goals that you set. Is it achievable? Achievable? Can I achieve this? Then is it realistic?
Okay. But let me bring this back to you. That part, when you talked about reading 20 books in a week, some people might read it, even with or without a day job. They might read the 20 books. But does it make sense?
Okay.
So that's the thing about some goals we set. You set the goals, but what about impact?
So again, I go back to where I started. So why do you want to read the 20 books? Why? What is it supposed to do for you? Or what is it supposed to deliver to you? Why do you just want to read the 20 books because it's a nice idea? Or is it connected to taking you in a direction? Because if you say, I want to read 20 books, there has to be an objective. I can say, I want to read 20 books about a particular subject matter or maybe about an interest or a passion that I have that I want to develop. That makes sense. So you are connecting it with a why that motivates you and inspires you to want to keep at it. But if you just say, I want to read 20 because I heard that
someone is reading.
Bill Gates read 20 books. It's going to be a tough one because it is a total disconnect from who you are. Right? So you've got to find goals that are consistent with your direction in life. And that presupposes that
That
you
you know your
understand
direction.
your direction in life. Because I tell people, I always say that the fact that you wake up in the morning, so look at it, you wake up in the morning, you have a 9 to 5 job, you jump out, get in the traffic, get to the office, you walk, you close, you come back home, you're tired. You do that every day of your life without a clear direction of where you're going to end up in the next 5 years, 10 years, where do I expect to be? So once you don't have that clarity about direction, you're just going to get into daily activities of passing through life. So I say you can go through life without growing through life.
Fantastic. I'll let you hang it there, Goke. As we close now, what would you say goal setting and goal achieving?
If
Just
you-
30 seconds.
Okay, setting goals, don't be overwhelmed by the outcome. The outcome should not, it's a process. Follow the process. Enjoy the process. Even when you set that the goals, set the goals. Whatever you see that is happening, just enjoy the process.